French style acrylic infill and nail transformation in this video coming up. Hello guys, I'm Anastasia and today we're going to do French style infill and nail transformation. If you will take a look at these nails, it seems like nothing's really wrong with them, but if we will take a closer look, you will see that the product is actually on the cuticle, so there's quite a lifting almost on each nail. Also, on some nails, the sidewalls are missing. They're pretty thick. If we will take a look underneath, this is what we see. So now let's try to fix it. And my goal is to fix without taking them off, because this set was done around 7 or 10 days ago, so it's pretty fresh. And this girl, she was a model for a beauty school, so one hand was done by one nail technician and the other hand by another, and it is quite interesting for me as a nail educator, because as I was working I could actually see different mistakes on both hands. So first I started with filing off the product underneath, because we have some white gel paint down there, and also it seems like they were working on forms, and some forms were fit that way, so the product got underneath the nail and we need to clean it all. As you can see, there's no natural nail underneath because it is actually hidden under the product. So if this happens, you need to fix it during infill right away, otherwise these nails will be so easy to break. I'm using a carbide bead with green abrasive mark. The speed is around 15,000 rotations per minute. Do not forget to hold the client's finger with your opposite hand really tight. And next step will be pushing back the cuticle, and I will do that with orange wood stick. Usually this is one of the easiest and fastest part of the service, but not today, because the product is pretty thick near the cuticle, so it wasn't that easy to push it back. Well, on that hand I did that, but on this one it was quite hard to do that because it seems like the cuticle was like sealed with the top coat or with the gel, so I had to separate it. Okay, now we're going to file off the top coat, the smile lines, and I guess some product, because almost on each nail it is too much product near the cuticle and along the sidewalls, and we can see some lifting. And by the way, overall this is not a bad work. I mean, these nails look pretty good and they're not thick themselves, but the product is basically flooding the cuticle and the sidewalls and is pretty thick there, as you can see now. So it started lifting, I guess, probably the next day. So now we need to file it all off, and this is very important. Never leave even a tiny spot of product lifting on the nail. If you will lock down this lifting part, so there might be some moisture and many problems may occur because of that.
Wow. Yeah, swear to God I'm with it. I don't see nobody in my lane that's quite go get it like me. Whoa. Please don't be wasting my time with that business. Who you kidding, man? Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, swear to God I'm with it. I don't see nobody in my lane that's quite go get it like me. Whoa.
Next step will be pushing back the cuticle. I will be using a flame bead with red abrasive mark, which is medium fine, and this is a diamond bead. I usually use diamond beads for cuticle work. And by the way, these girls did a really good job. They didn't actually apply any product under the cuticle, so even though they didn't seem to do much cuticle work, it's still good that they left a tiny margin between the skin and the product. Unfortunately, as you can see, this is not enough. Even if you leave this margin, even if you will not apply the product on the skin, if you will apply it too much or too thick, the product will still lift and you will see the product lifting too much, and then the nail can simply fall off. Pushing back the cuticle and cleaning it is important, not only because some people like clean cuticles, especially in Russia, but also because this is the part of the nail prep. This is how you will file off the cuticle that spreads along the nail plate and will prep it for the product application. if there will be some skin remaining on the nail plate and you will apply the product on top of that, there will be a product lifting as well. And that was most likely another issue why we had so much product lifting. So I push back the cuticle on all 10 nails and then we can do the product application. As you can see, the product is not lifting on the free edge. So I applied the hydrator and non-acid primer. Now let's create the new smile lines. I will be starting from the middle and will work in a reverse smile line technique. So first I'm going to extend the nail bed and create this cover pink reverse smile line, and it is quite important to make it even and symmetrical, because if you will, then all other steps like color application will be so easy. So this is the most important step of pink and white. And oh my god, you guys, I feel so nostalgic doing that, because it's been a while after I did the acrylic pink and white sculptured smile lines, because they are so out of date now, unfortunately. But there was a time a few years ago when literally every client wanted to do this pink and white. So yeah, I actually enjoying this. Okay, so then we take a white acrylic, and by the way, this time I'm using Valentino acrylic system, and we'll apply it on the free edge. And if you did a good job of doing that reverse smile line, even if you will mess it up at this point, even if you will apply like too much white on top, after filing everything will be perfect. When working with white powder, it's quite important to pick a proper consistency. If you will use too much monomer, then you might see that the color is more like grayish or it is just marbling. So I'm fixing this smile line if you want to see the perfect outcome right away, but like I said, it is not necessary. Just make sure you have enough product on all sides. And let's get to the next one. So we decided to try another color, and you will see which one is that in a few moments. But remember, there were a few nails with the missing sidewalls. The sidewalls were literally filed off really deep, and now I am going to fix that by taking a cover pink and adding them. So with acrylic it's really easy because you do not have to use the form or anything else. You just apply a bead and carefully push it to the side and wait until it cures. Alright, now let's go to the next one. So first I create this reverse smile line. You want to make sure that it is even and that it is not just the line itself that looks good, but also you have thick product in the middle and it goes thinner as you go closer to the side. So basically we're sculpting the nail, but not just in one color bead. We divide it into three parts. So first one is this, then I will do the cuticle work, and you can actually use a transparent pink near the cuticle, so as the nails grow they will not be a visible line right there. And then I will take the color, and we decided to use red. I think it looks pretty cool with the pink and white. And once again, do not forget about the consistency. If it will be too wet, you will have troubles working with that. And every single color works a little bit differently. So I'm simply applying this red part close to the reverse smile line I just created, and then with the body of my brush I will level it all so it will be perfectly smooth, and ta-da! We have the perfect red smile line.
Whoa. Please don't be wasting my time with that business. Who you kidding, man? Yeah. Say it gon' put me all in the mad with all that mad game you been talking. Oh yeah, man, that's awesome. Yeah. Show me this plan that you brought me, and this cash you ain't mentioned yet, dog. I'm done with all that talking. Yeah. No, I don't do pay to play, I get paid to play. And since you're playing games to get paid from me, man, swear to God, I'm walking. Yeah. I seen the type of.
This is what we have after product application, one hand and the other hand. So like I said, I had so much fun and it was quite nice doing that. I mean, I really enjoyed that kind of application. So now we need to file them, and do not forget to check the length, which should be equal on all 10 nails. So the thumbs might be a little longer, but they have to be even compared to each other. while pinky can be a little shorter, but once again similar if you will compare them to each other. Take a look at the thumb on the right side. So you see, looks like the smile line is a little bit messed up, like I applied too much red on top, but what really happened is that my brush was covered with the color too much, so do not worry about that. After filing, it will be all perfect. So now I will carefully trim the cuticles with the scissors. For clients with thin and sensitive skin, I really prefer to do that after filing, and actually it's quite easier to do that after filing because it is all pushed up and so easy to separate, and you can actually see this white line of dead skin. This is what we have now after product application and filing and buffing. So now let's seal it with a top coat. Honestly, I really like sculptured pink and white for some reason. I think when you paint it on top, it looks a little bit differently. I mean, I don't mind doing that, especially for short nails or for some creative smile lines, but when it's like a classic, I think the sculptured looks just great. So on one nail I didn't really like this smile line, and also this nail looked a little bit wide, and I decided to hide that with crystals because come on, they always look, everything looks so much better. So this is what we did: white and red Swarovski crystals, cure in LED, and this is what we used to have, and this is how it looks now. So the nails are much thinner, and I think the smile lines look a little better, and most importantly, we fixed all the products lifting. And this is the opposite hand with the crystals. This is what we had from this view, and this is what we have now: thin nails. Let me guys know what do you think, and do you do sculptured pink and white? I honestly love doing that, and today, like I said, I really enjoyed doing this work, and the client was happy as well. Thank you so much for watching. If this is your first time here on my channel, consider subscribing, as I post new tutorials and nail transformations just like this one every week. And I will see you in my next one. Goodbye!